We do have a number of questions related to DOGE and Musk, and really a grave concern about his authority to fire people and his authority to see our private information. How is that being addressed?
Okay, two semi-separate issues. You know, he has sent these computer whiz 23-year-old kids into every single one of the offices. You know, we have, frankly, you know, well, I regard myself as a pretty accomplished computer programmer. And when I look at the computer systems of the federal government, they're not great because they've been underfunded for a long, long time. And so what he's done is just sent these people in to just rip the data out of those systems, and then he's going to have access to all the, you know, every one of us who's had any financial interaction with the government. You know, the data is sucked into those systems, and then you have a tremendous potential invasion of privacy. And Congress has passed, you know, one of the reasons why the systems are so clunky is that Congress has passed many restrictions on what the government can and cannot do with your money. For example, the IRS, well, before, in the pre-DOGE times, the IRS could almost never share data with other sections of the government, you know, partly because some members of Congress, you know, maybe they have a lot of voters who are like minor tax cheats or major tax cheats and they don't want to get caught. And so that there are lots of restrictions, and those are all just being thrown out the window, you know, by the DOGEs who just say, we want all the data. And so there's a huge potential problem. There's also the problem that the firewalls that normally separate the government data from whatever it is Musk wants to do. You know, I mentioned that protest that was had outside Treasury when all this stuff started. And at the time they said, don't worry, they have only read-only access and it's all anonymized and all this. It's a complete lie, okay? And in fact, they were given root access, administrator access to these systems, which means they could pull down firewalls and exfiltrate the data. They could just install arbitrary software. And we were just directly lied to about the situation there. And that made a lot of Republicans unhappy as well as Democrats, and they stayed quiet. We did not. But this is something where I think there can be common ground, is just providing stronger safeguards against unelected third parties like the DOGEs coming in. And you know, if you want to have access to the IRS data, you know, you have to have like months of training on safety and data safety and data privacy to even get permission to access this stuff. And they just bypassed that because Trump told them they could. Yeah. Well, the civil lawsuits, I'm not a lawyer. Yeah, I'm not a lawyer. There are a bunch of really smart lawyers that are doing,
Is it against the law for them to do what they're doing?
yes. Your point is what? Yeah.
No,